All right, let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another major episode. I hope the framing is good. I know the background is absolutely beautiful because today I'm at the bay at Boyd's Village. So I guess this is the Boyd's Village Bay. And we're going to quickly and deeply dive and talk about Mercury because Mercury has just entered Gemini, all right, which is the ruling planet. So this is major. And this energy is going to shape how we think. We're going to be thinking sharper, faster, and we're going to be more expressive than usual. So let's talk about what this means for you. Now, Mercury is the planet that governs how we communicate, how we think, how we learn, how we process that information, and how we share that information. I guess it's the messenger of the zodiac, and it's symbolic of, conversations, writing, technology, social media, travel, short distance travel, going to different parts of your neighborhood. So local travel and just that mental agility. In our everyday life, Mercury again governs like text messages, emails, social media posts, even stuff like this, what I'm doing right now, trying to share my ideas and connect with people. It also deals with our thought process and how we think. If we think logically, if we think quickly, if our thoughts are scattered, and obviously it deals with communicating, so public speaking, sharing information, small talk, even studying, and how we accumulate, information from those social interactions. It's going to be major because Mercury is in Gemini. Gemini, it's ruling planet. Gemini being mutable here. It's all about being flexible, adaptable, versatile, and even changeable. Geminis know how to switch it up and communicate with an array of people. Again, this Gemini energy makes us flexible, adaptable, and intellectually curious. We're going to want to know when, why, where, how, and all of the details. And that's where the devil is found. My people, Mercury in Gemini is going to make us more meticulous, more detail oriented. We're going to be tapping into that sort of perfectionist type of energy as, we are looking at the details of the situation, circumstance that we're getting ourselves involved in. This placement is good and bad. For one, everything is going to be a bit more fast-paced, how we think, how we communicate, and just those exchanges. However, we are going to be prone to all of that extra chatter, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be like sort of like a distraction if we don't know how to, filter out what is useful, what is necessary, and what is just, fluff. Mercury Gemini, for some people, I hope this helps me to be, a bit more witty, a bit more funny, sarcastic, charismatic, faster with the comebacks. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're in a social interaction and the punchline or the snapback or the joke just comes a little late. You know what I'm saying? So shit. So Mercury in Gemini, sorry about that, is supposed to give us that sort of mental agility. It's also a great time for us to explore new ideas and new topics. Again, versatile, changeable, adaptable. And that just might mean pushing yourself out of, your comfort zone and trying to learn something, you know what I'm saying? Trying to learn something to add to your repertoire, to add to your conversation, and just coming with a different level of social savviness. I guess this is great for social media, marketing, podcasts, news, anything to do with media. It's a great time to get obsessed with new hobbies because we are talking about being versatile, changeable, adaptable, curious, learning new things. So just think about something in your geographical location, local location that you could be curious about, explore, and who knows what might just come out of that curiosity. You don't just want it to be scattered and willy-nilly, more purposeful. It could be spontaneous too, don't get me wrong, because spirit guides and leads. So that spontaneous adventure might just be the thing that you need to help you to, I don't know, get to from point A to point E. So yeah, this is a good time to reconnect with old friends and neighbors. We could up our texting game, and this might even be a good time to read a few books. ADHD season is going to be ramped up. Mental multitasking, I guess that's the vibe of this season. But don't try to spread yourself too thin. All right. So these are the key themes to look out for during this Mercury in Gemini. All right. Mental stimulation. People want ideas, not drama. Smart equal attractive. You know what I'm saying? And less is more. So keep it sweet. Local movement. Move around in your neighborhood, in your community. Gemini is all about short trips and commuting within your local vicinity. So you might feel called for a little exploration or adventure. Maybe just go to a cafe or down the bay. You know what I'm saying? Just switch it up. Communication is going to be a bit more fluid and clear, so communicate with clarity, but don't overload. All right, say it, but don't spray it. Mercury is moving quite fast here in Gemini, and it's easy to miscommunicate or over communicate and smother and just get lost in the details. So just try to be clear when you receive information, like if it's important for work or stuff like this, because Mercury is going to be moving really fast. You might be prone to just skimming through or just over reading and not really divulging into the details, because it could be the flip side. Like, okay, you could get more detail oriented and be a bit more critical, but at the same time you might just overlook key information. So make sure when it comes to work and business and clients and stuff like that, like you're really crossing your I's and dotting your T's. When it comes to tech, social media, content creation, AI, I mean, look out for some new rollouts in technology. This is a brilliant time, just to ramp up your content creation, your writing, your coding, anything artistic, anything to do with sharing. However, expect the online chatter to be ramped up as well. All right, so you might need to do something with your notifications and what's not. This is also a great time for networking. Talk to people, pitch your ideas, attend events, get experimental. All right, get out of your comfort zone, and you could explain that to people. Explain it to people. Be like, yo, for the next Mercury is going to be leaving Gemini on June 8th. So let's say if today until June 8th, the next 2 weeks, you're going to be trying something different. You're going to be doing something silly. You're going to be doing something humorous. Or you're going to be attempting to go for your dreams and goals as if it was a joke. All right? So let's pretend whatever your dream and goal is, I want to be the Picasso of my island. Well, for the next 2 weeks, feel free to just do that. You know what I'm saying? And have it to be like a light-hearted little adventure or journey that you're on. Great time to learn new things. Great time to start the new thing. A great time to also observe the mind. Journal your thoughts, especially when you're feeling scattered. Especially for me, right now I'm feeling quite scattered. So I'm journaling. I'm going to start vlogging again and documenting this point in my life, because I think this is quite pivotal. So mark this transit on your calendar. From today, May 26th up until June 8th, we have those energies in our favor, and we need to use it. We need to use it wisely. All right, so while Mercury is in Gemini, watch this video all over again, because there are many advantages for us to take advantage of. And on the downside, again, we could be lost in the sauce. If you would like to have a reading, email me at kevisbmajor@gmail.com, and we could get that sorted out for you. Whatever reading you want, I got it. I'm good at chart reading. All right, major farewell until we meet or greet again. I'm Kevis Major, doing it me.